Okay.
Yeah, so you know what's coming.
I'll just answer the same question.
It's the same. Yeah, what was it like growing up in New York? Because it's one of the biggest cities in the world, and one of the most modern cities in the world. And yeah, what was that like? How do you think it compares to anywhere else in the world?
Okay. For me, growing up in New York was, let's see, it was a very privileged experience.
Yep.
I would say I went to a Catholic school when I was younger. I was surrounded by a not as diverse population when I first started out. Then had the again opportunity to have more diverse relations as I went to public schools and experienced the New York City public school system. It can be a little rough sometimes in certain areas in New York, but being that I grew up in Park Slope, I had a pretty easy childhood in terms of safety and the idea that you didn't have to worry about how your public transportation perhaps going by yourself and stuff like that. So I didn't really have to worry about that. Pretty nice experience. And then, of course, as I aged and I was in public schools, the diversity and getting to be around so many different people definitely was something that I feel that New York is very special for, and actually most of America is very special. But I haven't really lived in that many other places. But I did go to school in Jamaica for a very short time, but I must admit I was rather young and I don't really remember that much about it, but I do remember people were very warm. It was a family feel, and I must say that I've always felt that New Yorkers can be a bit cold and not as welcoming sometimes. That's something that I felt like I felt a little disconnected to, and I never really felt like was me. And that is the reason why I would love to travel elsewhere. I always wanted to go to, I feel like, Spanish, again, South American countries and visit, because I do think that is uniquely New Yorker also, because when you go to other states, you do also find that people sometimes are just friendlier overall.
I did on my trip.
Right.
Big time, yeah,
and
really.
so, I mean, as much as I guess I have some sense of feeling pride in being a New Yorker that I got to experience, this privileged and beautiful atmosphere, because there's just this busy feeling in New York and there's just so many things to do. I've talked to people who live elsewhere, and you might not be able to go out and go to a movie at like 10 in the morning or eat at 3 a.m. and be outside of your house. It just doesn't exist in other places. Sometimes there's literally a curfew. So not in New York. You can find something to do almost every hour, and that's lovely. That's really nice experience. But if you don't always want that for all of your life, if you want maybe a slower pace, then New York might not be a place that you want to stay for all of your life. And so definitely you're going to find me in probably one of the South American countries, and I will see how I like it there.
Cool. Thank you.
I don't remember what the other question was.